This week, attention turns to the UEFA Cup as Sporting Lisbon host AZ Alkmaar at the José Avelado. Sporting are just one small step away from the final, which will be played at their home stadium. But AZ have already proved to be no pushovers in this competition. Both teams will need to be at their best, so let's take a look at the key players in the UEFA Cup semi-final. On loan from Barcelona, Fabio Rockenbach is the attacking heart of Sporting's midfield. Approaching the end of his second year in Portugal, the Brazilian international may only have 3 goals to his name this season, but his creativity and vision have been behind many more. Having scored in the last round against Newcastle, he'll be looking for a repeat today. Another player currently on loan with Sporting is Hugo Viana. Back in the capital city side after 2 difficult seasons with Newcastle, he's flourished in the midfield. Viana missed out in the last round and will be out to stamp his mark on the match today. Up front, Brazilian striker Lisbon could well be the difference between the sides. 25 league goals and 8 strikes in Europe this season make him far and away Sporting's top scorer. Critics accuse him of going to ground too quickly, but the scoring charts speak for themselves. At 35, Barry van Halen is experiencing something of an Indian summer with AZ Alkmaar. Prodigiously talented, the midfielder plays just behind the front man and is equally at home hitting sublime passes or spectacular goals. His presence in the side is a massive boost for the Dutchman, and he'll be looking for his 5th strike in Europe this season. Born to Spanish and Danish parents, Kenneth Perez has plenty of Latin flair, and the frontman has been a revelation this season. In a team that plays with just one striker, Perez can play up front or on either wing. Having scored in the last round, Perez will enter today's match with plenty of confidence. Attacking the right flank will be Denny Lanzat. The 28-year-old Dutch international is one of Alkmaar's prized possessions. He's a player that puts the team first, but can also turn a game with individual brilliance. He's looking for his 14th goal of the season. Whether they can hold on to him for the next campaign remains to be seen. Meanwhile, AZ coach Co Adrianza has been strongly linked this week with a move to Sporting's great rivals, Porto. Perfect timing to give this encounter added bite. En route to the semis, AZ have overcome Auxerre, Rangers and Villarreal, while Sporting have claimed the scalps of Feyenoord, Middlesbrough and Newcastle United. Both sides are just 2 legs away from the final. Watching all the action is Gary Bloom.
All roads in the UEFA Cup lead to the José Avelado Stadium in Lisbon. This is the venue for this season's final, and Sporting are hoping that they will be back here on May the 18th in front of their adoring fans. AZ in the red have suffered just 1 defeat in this competition so far this season, and their away form in Europe is particularly strong. Sporting without the suspended Beto, injured Carlos Martins and striker João Mota. But Rui Jorge is back, and so is Pinto from suspension, and the team is boosted with the Nigerian international Joseph Enekeheri having recovered from injury, as has Douala. AZ have lost right-back Jan Kroenkamp to an ankle injury, joining Martin Meerdink and Joris Mathiesen on the sidelines. Barry Obdam is banned, so 20-year-old Ron Vlaar plays in central defence. Ali El-Khattabi's fear of flying keeps him back home in the Netherlands. There's a full house in the José Avelado Stadium, and it's going to be AZ Alkmaar, whose league form has been hugely disappointing of late. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games in Holland, who get the match underway. There's Pedro Barbosa, who scored in both legs of the match in the last 16 round against Middlesbrough. Douala, who really has some pace, and here he goes. Douala's cross, put out of harm's way. Already Sporting Lisbon have squeezed the fast forward button. Corner kick in towards Rogerio with the header, and he was completely unmarked. What a chance here for Rogerio to score the game's opening goal early on. Boskemolen in towards Van Halen. Polga, the Brazilian. Rui George, who lost his place in the national team to Nuno Valente. Leeds. Rochenbach, currently on loan from Barcelona. Lindenberg, former Ajax player, got the ball to safety. Rochenbach. Rui George. Polga. Look how Sporting is squeezing AZ here. Leedson. Rochenbach. Good play by Leedson to hold this one up. Rochenbach shot well off target. Two coaches will know their side have very different roles to play in this game. AZ hoping to prevent Sporting scoring tonight. Sporting really have to try and squeeze on and find a goal. Van Halen with the header. Rui George helping it back to Ricardo, the Portuguese international. Sporting have never been beaten in Europe by Dutch opponents. This is AZ's first ever meeting with Portuguese opponents. Douala leads Rochenbach. Douala. Lovely dummy by Douala. Leedson with maybe half a chance, possibly a quarter one. He's looking for a corner kick. Douala looks lightning quick, doesn't he? Yalians. Another ambitious ball to the young fullback, but it's going to be out for the goal kick. Jose Peseiro, who has already served a touchline ban from UEFA this season. Leeds. Anderson Polga. Sapinto. Sporting are really, really good at hanging on to possession. They pass the ball ever so well. They've won a free kick. Foul on Douala. Tim de Cler, the guilty party. It's well inside Rochenbach's range. Rochenbach, number 26, at the foot of your picture. A study of concentration. Rochenbach, beaten away by Timmer. Ramsey completes the clearance. It was struck straight at Timmer. Ball dipped and swerved. Initially it looked like a routine save until you see the slow motion replay. Rui George. Anderson Polga. Just for the moment, AZ can't win the ball and get it into their opponent's half. Sapinto. Rui George. Leedson. An acrobatic header from the top goal scorer in Portuguese football this season. Adrianse has been linked with a move to Portugal next season, where he could be in charge of Porto. They've had a disappointing season when compared to their antics of last year. Yalians. Lancet! 1-0! Oh, a vital away goal for AZ. This one came completely against a run of play. I wonder how important that goal will be come the end of the second leg. Good tackle in the end by Van Halen. Sporting have done really well, but amazingly they're one behind. Rui George. Barbosa. And Douala. 1-1. AZ's lead lasted barely a minute. Barbosa's shot was charged down. And what a terrific piece of finishing there by Douala. Although it's level at the break, AZ have that vital away goal scored by Denny Lanzat. AZ's lead did not last long though, as Douala drew the sides level with a well-taken goal. But Sporting need to improve in the second half. At the break, it's 1-1. The Italian referee about to restart the game. AZ Alkmaar with their ageing stars holding Sporting 1-1 at the break. And the out-of-form side, AZ, doing pretty well against the Portuguese team, who have been in terrific form in their league. Rui George. This is a useful burst by Rui George. Leedson. Oh, Leedson set his marker. Just couldn't dig the ball out. Ball taken right off the edge of his toe. This is Van Halen. He's away from Polga. Is this another away goal? This time Ricardo to the rescue. AZ still look dangerous on the counter-attack. And Barry Van Halen skip round Polga then. And Van Halen's through again here. He's missed one chance. Ramsey's waiting in the middle. And Pinto got back to make a really good block. Ramsey, the Moroccan international, just unable to connect with that ball from Van Halen. He slipped at the vital moment. That was probably his undoing. Douala's onside. Takes on Vlar. Leedson waits for the ball. Rolled underneath Leedson's boot. It's a really open second half. Just fell behind Leedson. It wasn't an easy chance. Benakahiri's a back marker. Player nicknamed The Rock. Rui George. Leedson. You just begin to get the impression there are more goals in this game. And the Chilean Pinilla make an impact here. Good save, or did a defender get in the way? Free kick to Sporting. Buscamolen committed the foul and gets a yellow card. Sporting will not want to go to Holland next week at 1-1. And AZ won't mind if all Sporting's chances come from outside the penalty area. Hugo Viano well off target. And they're through again here, AZ. Heisigums. Back to Jarligans. Oh, there's an opportunity here for the goal scorer, Denny Lanzat, and he misses horribly, but he in fact was offside. Anderson Pong. Not just beginning to get the beating here of Sporting. Pinilla. Dangerous cross in towards Douala. AZ managed to get it clear. Pinilla. Still Pinilla. Oh, look at that! The substitute has scored an outrageous goal. 10 minutes to go, and Sporting are in front for the first time. Joe Adrianza thought his side had kept out Sporting. Oh, it was a terrific shot. He was allowed an awful lot of space to have the shot, you'd have to say. Is that one going to be enough for that return to Holland? Can AZ find a second away goal here? The Alliance. AZ's domestic form has come back to haunt them on European fields. Heisegums. Now AZ have missed some key personnel tonight. Rui George, Heisegums. Heisegums cross. It's a matter now of whether Sporting can defend. Polga. Happy to force the ball up to the halfway line. Back in by Buscamolen. Serpinta. And AZ onside here. 11 here is Sektiui. Beaten away by the keeper. Oh, nervy times in the back for Sporting. They all look shattered. AZ still feel they can find another goal. Ricardo gets the ball goalwards. Pinilla with a really good header. He really has made a noticeable difference to Sporting tonight. Buscamolen. Duana. Leeds. No foul. Sektiui. Denny Lanzat. Heisegums. Danger here for Sporting. And they've won it back. Pinilla. Round one challenge. Round a second. The referees allowed the advantage. Help through, onside. Pinilla! Oh! It was a much easier chance in his goal. Ball bobbled up, hit his shin. And Timmer happy to get the ball in his grasp. Just onside. Rui George. Leeds. Denny Lanzat. Perez, the Danish international. Hugo Viana. Referee looks at his watch. And this tie is nicely poised. Maurizio Pania's goal tonight separates the two teams. But AZ will feel they have an outstanding chance to win this one back in Holland, courtesy of that vital away goal. It ends Sporting 2, AZ 1.
So that result leaves the second leg wide open. In the other tie, Parma of Italy were held to a goalless draw by Russia's CSKA Moscow.